Hi everyone. This is a little bit special video. I'm going to share it with my Soften community, but I would like to share it with as many people as I can. Because it's going to be a little bit different message here and an invitation. So um, those who are listening to me and those who are talking with me, you obviously recognize that I talk a lot about how it is important to be connected to Earth, and I channel Earth once in a while, and I bring messages, and I try to draw your attention to the deep and beautiful connection that we have humans with Earth and whatever is happening within our world and in our bodies, it's happening in Mother Earth herself and vice versa. So that is something extremely important for me in my everyday life and in my practice to connect with her, to connect with the elements of Earth. However, we also have a father, and especially well in all um, practices, but in the shamanic practices, it is important to connect with our father sky as well. And this is what I would like to talk about today, because for now it is we have a very special time and period in what's happening in the sky as well. And I think it is time to pay attention and send some love and accept the love from there. Um, so there are a few things that are happening, and we all feel in our life, either physically, energetically, or actually playing out in the everyday life, relationships and other situations. And this has a lot to do with the what I talked about previously in some videos. I'm very clearly remembering about the last video how I talked about the rebirthing period, and I think a lot of us feel that, and even the not very spiritual people feel how this is a closure. This is a year, especially 2025 is a year of endings in so many ways, and well, for a lot of us, we have been feeling that for a while, and that is because a lot of big cycles are closing. And I'm not an astrologer, so, and I'm sure that there's going to be people around, among you who are going to be aware of things happening even more detail and more precisely. But I really wanted to share what's happening with our in our solar system, with the planets, and I'm going also to share a link to a video that I think is a very nicely a compact but good video that sums this up from an astrologer. And so what is happening is that the outer planets in our solar system, um, which are, the furthest from the sun, and then which have the longest route or journey around the sun. So they are, some of them are moving into new zodiac signs, which is always the most important and most eventful and energetically potent period, astrologically. So last year, Pluto has moved, which is the furthest. Pluto has moved to Aquarius from Capricorn, which happens every about 20 years. And of course, we had we have a very different dynamics with the different zodiac signs. You can go down this rabbit hole; it's beautiful. And so that is why it is very important to see these planets, and the further they are from Sun and from Earth as well, obviously, the the deeper and more long-term effect they have on our life as well, and on humanity and everything, right? Also on Earth as well. So that was 2024 end of and the beginning of 25. And but right now what is happening is, and so there is also Saturn and Neptune and Uranus that are also shifting. And what is happening just these weeks is that we have two planets, the Neptune and Saturn, that are uh, moving from Pisces to the first sign of the zodiac, which is Aries. And this is very, very special. You can imagine how they are not, obviously, not moving in the same pace and not going on the same um, route as well. And despite of that fact, now they arrive to the same point at the same time in the zodiac. And on top of that, I just mentioned that the first sign of the zodiac is the Aries, so that is the new beginning. That is what we have in every March when the sun is in the Aries, and that is the beginning of the yearly cycle, right? That's the spring. That's the uh, new and fresh start of everything, and that is happening on a huge scale with these two um, planets moving in there uh, by around February. Um, and and right now they are in the very last bit of their um, of their life in the last sign, which is Pisces, and they are really working themselves through the birth canal, through this last period of some of darkness before the new uh, arrives, and that is in the in astrology it is called it is known as the very the last uh, degree of one sign, and it is very uh, critical. It is often very, it feels very pressured. It feels very tired. It feels very chaotic. Um, so that is what we are living right now. And so bit by bit, it's never a one clear step from one side to the other. So there's a kind of a dense back and forth a little bit in these weeks, and we are going to arrive to the new cycle in February. Around that time, we are probably going to feel a little bit of more air, a little bit of more um, lightness and clarity. That is why I actually planned the softening sessions until February. We will see. Maybe we will need them afterwards as well. But this was the plan originally. So to support ourselves in this birthing period, in this last bit of pain and tightness um, and purging a lot of things being released. Um, and I really don't want to go into the details about the signs and all, but because as I said, I'm not so educated in that. But you can just look up what's happening with different elemental aspects of the signs shifting and changing. So from earth and water, we are changing into fire and air, which is much more rapid, much more um, passionate, rebellious, and sparkling. So it is going to be very interesting. So that's the background for everything what I thought to share now briefly um, about the background. But let's see what I would like to, because I said I want to invite you for to do something together, and that is about the there's this interstellar um, being or presence that is in our solar system right now. And you might have heard about the 3I Atlas. This is, well, told to be a comet or called as a comet. We don't have any better idea or knowledge or certainty about that up until now. So it is called a comet, and scientists, astrologers, and spiritual people, and NASA, and all are very interested in it. So this is a comet that has come from, we don't know exactly where, to the solar system. It uh, went around the sun and disappeared for a while behind the sun, and now it's coming back on its route, and it's passing by each and every planet in our solar system. And it has very interesting attributes and characteristics, and then also behavior from a scientific point of view as well. So so it brings up a lot of questions. What is certainly, well, for me, it is a certainty at least that what we can expect is that it brings very special energy with it, and actually after passing or going around the sun, it also it was physically showing how it picked up energy from the sun and got even more heated than before, even though the physical rules should suggest otherwise. So anyway, it's coming and bringing some very interesting energies with it, energies that it has brought from some place outside of the solar system, and that what he picked up on the way as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see the impact. And of course, many people follow exactly when it's passing by the different planets and how it's impacting us. Um, and it is going to be next week on the 19th of December when 3i Atlas is coming or having the closest encounter with Earth. So next Friday we're going to have, I believe, and I expect some very special energies coming to us from this comet. Um, and um, and that was something that I was reflecting, and I felt very, very intensely called to um, invite everyone to spend some conscious time with this energy. Um, because I expect that we are going to, those who are more aligned and open and energetically sensitive anyway, we are going to feel definitely something, uh, um, some impact of it. And when we also, I also believe that when we open up and consciously welcome and receive whatever is coming from the stars and the planets. It is received in different way. Just like with everything, if there's a resistance or if there's a closeness, it might cause chaos or pain or some uncomfortable feeling experiences and so on. But if we really open up to receive that beautiful energy, then you know we can kind of skip that uh, painful part, and we can integrate more, because I also believe that that's the one of the human task, to be in this vessel, to be in this body, so we can integrate more of the untangible, non-material or not physical 3D energies, um, to kind of uh, channel that and embody that and use that to manifest in different ways. Um, and there was one more thing that I wanted to add to this comment. So there is a prophecy from the Hopi tribe, the Hopi people, indigenous people, that has been remembered in the last decade by more and more people. And so the Hopi prophecy talks about these times that we're living now. And it is very detailed, and to be honest, listening to it, it is very profound and precise in so many ways, even though it has been um, going around, or it has been born uh, many thousand years ago. So this prophecy is talking about blue star coming and bringing a profound and immense change in the world, and this is triggering, sparking something that can shift us from one world to the other. And you can go around and look into many different belief system, spiritual prophecies, or even religious texts that talk all about these huge changes. You can think about the uh, um, cycles um, like Kali Yuga cycles. Kali Yuga is closing, but you can also think about the Bible, how it's talking about all the um, um, apocalyptic events that is now happening on Earth as well, with all the earthquakes and volcanoes exploding everywhere, and yeah, so all of that. And the Hopi is also talking about how we there's going to be, or there's a change in the world, and we are supposed to hopefully enter, well, if we all join in and support it and align with these energies, then we might be entering a fifth world, they call, that is a completely new level of consciousness, not just in humans, but for Earth herself, and for all living things on Earth and outside of Earth. Um, and so scientists and of course spiritual people, um, they argue if the three-eye atlas is the blue star, because it's captured with a blue blue light emitting from it. So that is all very fascinating for me, and just the idea of getting something that is so extraordinary, so close to us, bringing energy, because of course it's energy, it's a special one, and allowing it to spark something new. Um, and on top of that, it's coming on the day of the new moon, um, which is again next Friday, 19th of December. So that's a lot of new in this, a lot of birthing energy, and so in practice, what I would like to invite everyone is to stop that day for a moment, for half an hour, for an hour, whatever, maybe the whole day. You want to take a little break and ground yourselves, go out into nature, or sit with a tree in your park, in your town, wherever you are, and maybe just after really finding your place on the earth and connecting with her, after that just look up in the sky, and very probably you're not going to see anything like with your eyes, but very probably you're going to feel something, and just in your mind, in your spirit, connect with this thing, connect with this beautiful celestial being coming so close to us and bringing some messages and some uh, very interesting energies. And if you want, maybe, maybe you will experience changes in your body, in your thoughts. Maybe you will experience some ideas or feelings popping up from nowhere, and just note them. And if you want, you might want to write them down and connect with that, and just observe what's happening, and most of all open that heart of yours, because the energies will lend, or that's the best if they can land in your heart. So all the softening that we've been doing is helping you with that. So maybe if you feel like you're too tense, or you're too close to this little practice of welcoming the light, the blue light, then go back to one of the videos, and do one of the meditations that is open, that can open your heart, soften your shield, and so you are able to welcome more of this beautiful, fatherly, wise, ancient energy and wisdom. So um, I don't think it is necessarily to organize anything in a group, and then and to be honest with you, I don't think it's probably possible at all. nowadays, but this is just a reminder for yourself. And you know, if you do that wherever you are, um, we are going to be connected too, because I'm going to do that. Someone else from our circle is going to do that as well. So we're not just connecting with the sky and with the 3i Atlas, but uh, with each other and of course with ourselves too. So yes, that was my message. That was my invitation, and I hope that it made some sense. And if you're interested in any of the details, oh, the internet is full of these topics nowadays. Um, and I think it is very rich, and I think it is very every time when I share what's going on in the stars, what's going on collectively, what's going on with the energy waves. Every time when I share that with individuals regarding their individual stories, I always, every time, get the feedback that it is so um, soothing to know that they are part of something bigger, that their story is part of something bigger, and that there's a purpose of every single event or situation, or even every single problem and pain that they are going through, that is connected to others, and it has some purpose, it has some meaning. So I hope this whole video and everything that is going on, and the bits I shared, because it's really just the surface, I hope that it also puts things in for you into perspective, and I wish for all of us a beautiful welcoming of the 3i Atlas, and of all the energies, beautiful wisdom that is coming with it. So thank you so much for being here, for listening, and for hopefully being with us in spirit next Friday. So take care, and I send you lots of love. Bye.